We talked about the disparity in reach here. 10-inch reach advantage for the much taller Sadabusi for a Season 2 championship. Touch of the gloves, and we are off in playoff action.
I have a love-hate relationship with guys that I consider friends fighting each other.
Ray Cooper grabs the kick, catches it, and immediately goes to work against the cage.
And Sadabu is going to stuff the head right here, try to keep Ray Cooper from being strong. You put that posture, you break the posture of the neck, you take away some of that strength. But Ray does a good job.
Great balance there by Sadabusi. Up and down goes Ray Cooper, but C able to plant his feet. And that's one of the reasons why this size and height disparity could be a big factor, Randy.
So look how wide those legs are. He's got great balance. You think you got him up where he's going to go down, and he manages to get a toe or a pad of his foot or something on the floor to keep himself up. Nice job by Cooper catching that kick and following it into that single leg. That was very nice timing.
That also tells us pretty much what Ray Cooper's strategy is. He wants to get this fight to the ground. He knows he has an advantage there, and he wants to get it there as soon as possible.
Nice knees there by Sadabusi. There's last year's champion, Magomed Karimov. He could potentially be facing the winner of this bout in his second fight of the night if he can get past his first opponent, Chris Curtis. Cooper doggedly pursuing this takedown against the cage. And Randy, we know that the takedown is his strategy, but this is an exhausting method of fighting.
It absolutely is. He's spending a lot of energy. He's carrying a lot of Sadabu's weight in this situation. He needs to really change directions. It's easy to go forward and easy for Sadabu to adjust to that. But he starts pushing and pulling and creating some space between that solid barrier. It makes it much tougher on Sadabu to keep his balance.
Cooper caught another kick there. Goes to work on the inside. Big
shot by Ray Cooper.
Ray Cooper to the ground and pound. Sadabusi in trouble after being dropped, but able to grab onto Ray Cooper and hopefully gain a reset here.
Looked like a right hand caught Sadabusi right behind the ear and stunned him a little bit.
In a wild exchange.
Cooper lands inside control. There's the action man, Chris Curtis. He'll fight Maga Million, last year's champion, in his quarterfinal bout. Shoulder pressure here on the top from Ray Cooper III.
And this is where Ray Cooper is going to be able to display the most control.
Sadabu just patiently waiting. Does he need to be active with those arms? He's got neutral arms right now.
He does. He needs to take that right arm and do what with it?
Get an underhook on that other side.
Find that far side underhook. Get Ray Cooper's head off of the mat, and that's going to give him some space. Take some of the pressure away from Ray's top position.
2 minutes remaining here in round number 1 of this welterweight quarterfinal bout. Ray Cooper III on top of Sadabusi. Yves, show us how Sadabu could potentially get that underhook.
Well, he punched that arm through underneath right there. We see him there. Now what he's doing, he's taking away that pressure. But look at Ray Cooper. What Ray's doing is circling his hips in this direction to cover Sadabu's hips and keep the pressure on him. Now Sadabu's in that open guard, and this is a completely different fight. He's got to get his feet on the ground if he wants to be able to stand.
See, keeping his legs high. Big right hand thrown down from the top by Ray Cooper III. Searches with a left hand for some ground and pound. Sadabusi doing a good job controlling the hands, minimizing the damage and the potential power on those shots from the top. Randy, there's a couple ways you can posture here. Ray Cooper goes from his feet now to one knee down.
A little harder to bring your hips as hard as he needs to bring his hips, especially with a longer opponent. He's got to keep his knees off the mat, stay on his toes, get his hips in and his head up, clear that head tie, get that head up, bring those hips in hard, and then he can pick his shots from there and make Sadabu try to cover.
Inside of 1 minute left here in round number 1. Ray Cooper III, we wondered if he was going to be wild, if he was going to come out charging, or if he was going to shoot this takedown. He went with the smart approach here, getting Sadabusi onto his back.
Honestly, I think we saw it from his walk-in. Usually he comes storming in the cage, and he walked out. He's biding his time. He's being smart about it, tactful about it. Whoa, big left hand.
Big left hand misses, and now Sadabusi potentially gets back to work with the kicks. Ray Cooper drops leg. Ray Cooper with a short right hand. 10 seconds left. Can Ray Cooper survive after being knocked silly there by Sadabusi? Wild first round and round 2 coming up. Huge playoff action.
No guard to recover. Didn't get to guard, but he was able to recover on bottom.
Touch of the gloves for round 2, and Sadabusi immediately goes to work with the jab. Retreating again is Sadabusi, and Cooper presses him against the cage, searching for another takedown. Late rally there in round 1 from Sadabusi, but was that Ray Cooper's round?
I still had a 10-9 for Ray Cooper. Sadabu did some great things, was effective and came back a little bit, but I think the round still went to Cooper at 10-9.
Remember, quarterfinal bouts are 2 rounds. Should it be 1 round apiece on the judges' scorecards after the 2, the judges will be asked to name an overall winner. One disparity from what we had on the rule book, in season 1, where the emphasis was placed on round 1. Now judges will be asked to judge it on old school pride rules. Who's the overall winner of the fight?
Nice knees from the clinch here by Sadabu, using that size.
Cooper catches one and puts him down, but C goes right back up. And again, we talk about this is the first of 2 bouts for whoever the winner is. This is a taxing method of fighting for both guys.
Absolutely. Both guys spending a ton of energy, taking a ton of shots.
What I would like to see Sadabu do right here is push down on that head of Ray Cooper. As Ray Cooper has his head down low, close to Sadabu's hips. If he pushes down on that, that's going to take away a lot of the pressure forward from Ray Cooper and make Ray expend a lot of energy.
I like Sadabu's hand control. Really hard to take a guy down with one hand. He's grabbed onto that one hand of Ray Cooper's, and he is not going to let that go.
He's got to pick Ray Cooper up now and get his back off of the fence. What Ray needs to do, Ray needs to isolate one leg. Sadabu's legs are too long, his hips are too wide. He's going to have a hard time cutting that corner.
And you saw him there trying to duck under, try to turn the corner. More knees from Sadabusi. That's one thing we talked about in the fighter meetings. He said, if he closes distance, he's coming into my clinch. It's not just about wrestling. Ray Cooper has to survive my knees, and so far the Hawaiian has done it.
It's the advantage of a taller opponent. Easy to bring those knees up and hit you right in the guts.
Here's Sadabusi's corner.
Nice underhook by Sadabu. That was a cup check.
Quick timeout for the cup check here. Now this will be an interesting strategic decision here. Not the worst groin shot we've seen, but you get up to 5 minutes to recover. Does Ray Cooper take his time, catch his breath a little bit here?
I'm telling you what, Sadabusi's making him spend a bunch of energy trying to secure these takedowns. He's wise if he does take a little bit of this time. Catch his breath.
Halfway through round number 2, the second and final round in this welterweight quarterfinal.
With good instincts, and Sadabu has good instincts and balance, you know, it takes a lot of effort. It takes more effort to be offensive in those wrestling situations than to be defensive.
If you take a look at the Cageonomics readout here on the bottom of your screen, you see the Ray Cooper III throwing with his typical heat, 25.2 miles an hour, probably on one of those right hands.
Smoking.
Back at it after about a minute of rest, and the jab lands for Sadabusi. Head kick misses. Well, is blocked, excuse me. Body kick for Sadabusi. Ray Cooper staying at Sadabu's range here.
I think Ray is a little tired. He spent a ton of energy.
Catches a kick.
Sadabu's so tall, so long, he's able to stay on the outside. Ray just bull rushed him and got to this takedown.
Trapped both of his feet. Sadabu felt like a tree, felt like a redwood out there.
And now Ray Cooper III goes to work, pinning Sadabusi's legs together. Randy, he pulls the figure 4, wraps those legs. That is a dominant top position.
Took a Nurmagomedov tactic and stepped over both those feet, trapping him. Now if he can get good posture with his head and clear his hands, he can really land some good shots from here.
Will fatigue become a factor here in round number 2? 90 seconds left. Ray Cooper III on top of Sadabusi. C's gonna have to get back to his feet to make something happen here with a smothering state champion wrestler on top of him.
Sadabu's got to get that right palm of his behind Ray Cooper's neck and stuff his head. Just really crowd Ray Cooper into his own hips. Push Ray Cooper towards his right, but Ray's doing the right thing by picking his head up, putting his forehead into Sotobu's chin, and smashing him up against the fence.
See, negating the offense from Ray Cooper on top, but right now it's all about control. You can see that a lot of the fight has taken place here with our fight tracker up against the cage, which is exactly, Randy, where Ray Cooper III wanted it and needed it.
Absolutely. He did not want Sotobu out in the middle in that blue, using that range and that length.
Here we go. This situation.
Fight tracker there. Sorry, Eve, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. This situation is one of the things that we worked on specifically with Sotobu, working on the fence, trying to defend this body lock from here, and returning to a front-to-front position, to a neutral position. Now what I would like to see him do is pummel that left arm in and dig Ray Cooper. Pick him back up. Make Ray Cooper stand tall.
20 seconds left here in this grinder of a quarterfinal fight between Ray Cooper, who tries to turn the corner for another takedown.
Nice second
Scores another one there.
Nice second effort by Ray Cooper to drop levels, get in deeper on those hips, and come back out and then turn the corner to finish that takedown.
There is the final bell in this welterweight quarterfinal.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and the bout has been ruled a majority draw. Therefore, it comes down to a tiebreaker. Each judge has chosen a fighter to advance based on their overall performance. And all 3 judges have picked the same fighter. Advancing to the semifinals, Ray Cooper III!
The real question is, he spent a ton of energy in that fight to get into the semifinals. How much gas is left in that tank?
Everybody in this sport says, I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. Only in Professional Fighters League action is that actually put to the test, because it's a meritocracy. You fight twice, you win twice. That's the only way to get to the championship. How much support he has at Mandalay Bay tonight. And there's our tail of the tape. 4-inch reach advantage for Chris the Action Man Curtis. Ray Cooper get Chris Curtis to a striking battle.
He definitely will. That's where Chris Curtis wants to fight. But it's not going to be a brawl. Chris Curtis is not a brawler. He is a boxer.
We see it in the sport of boxing. You see it in the sport of mixed martial arts, that puncher versus boxer mentality. And Randy, you think Ray Cooper's wrestling might be the key here?
I think if he starts losing the striking exchanges, he's going to look to take him down again, take some gas out of him, and make him fight there.
Now, before the season started, Chris Curtis had posted a bunch of memes calling out Ray Cooper wanting this fight. So,
shells up there and backs away, circles out from Ray Cooper. Ray Cooper Jr. in the corner of his son, Ray III.
Chris, he's opening, jab number 2, shuffle into it. Follow with the hook.
both of those shots flashed Ray.
Southpaw Chris Curtis. Orthodox stance for Ray Cooper III. Curtis throws a hook kick.
Straight left by Curtis. Nice body shot.
And grabs a single leg, head outside single.
Good job with the change of direction to finish that takedown.
Ray Cooper now on top of Chris the Action Man Curtis.
Now can he secure this takedown? Can he get Chris Cooper in a position that he can do some damage?
Picks those feet up. Pretty tough to get back up with your feet stuck in the air.
Double butterflies here for Chris Curtis. Ray Cooper on top, flat-footed. Curtis isolating the arms, or attempting to, of Ray Cooper III.
He starts punching, we go. Yep, bottom leg, keep going. Post hand, you gotta have a post hand down. If we wanna go, we gotta post that hand down.
Eve, what does Chris Curtis need to do to get up?
Chris Curtis he's wrapping that that left arm of Ray Cooper up to prevent Ray from throwing bombs, but he may need to unhook that and get to that underhook to get to his feet. That underhook is going to allow him to get back up. Holding that arm and that whizzer is going to just prevent Ray Cooper from landing shots with that arm.
Pull your legs in, pull your legs in, pull your legs in, keep going. in, keep pulling him in. We want that bottom leg in. You're gonna have to let go and post on that hand to bring that leg up. So he's gonna go to punch, you're gonna stand up. Post hand, you're keeping yourself.
Ray Cooper III heavy on top here in round number 1. This is how he won his first bout of the night in the quarterfinals, but Curtis back to his feet. Another head outside single, runs the pipe.
Curtis trying to switch, come around the back.
He's trying to butt drag him, keep all that weight on Ray Cooper's head so that Ray Cooper can't sit back up and recover position. Good job by Ray.
Ray finishes a low single, comes out the back door and ends up back on top.
Side control for Ray Cooper, who lands a knee to the back of Chris Curtis on the bottom here.
And we saw Curtis getting, scrambling to get his gear back together and get back on. Did he have time to warm up? How loose is he right now?
That kind of looked like a warm-up to me. He was scrambling around trying to find his stuff.
Referee calling for more action here from Ray Cooper on top.
Curtis, turn back into him now. Turn back into him.
You don't traditionally think of a Hawaiian blanket as being that heavy, but in the case of Ray Cooper III, I think it might be.
Yeah, I agree.
Less than
Curtis
1
doing
minute
something
remaining
interesting.
here.
Figure four on that arm of Cooper and trapping it there, which it renders it kind of ineffective. Looking for the stand-up.
It's control on top, but there's no damage so far from the top position for Ray Cooper III. Chris Curtis content to rest, look for an opening. Cooper doing a good job of not providing any, but he's not been able to grab offense until this full mount. 20 seconds left. Can he land some significant strikes here? Some ground and pound from the top.
Trying to walk him over to the fence.
What Curtis is doing is clinching his grip high on Ray Cooper's neck, close to the back of his head, so that Cooper can't posture up and fire big shots.
Closing in on the end of round number 1 here. More semifinal action. Mandalay Bay for welterweight semifinal action. Chris, the action man, Curtis in the blue and red. Ray Cooper III in the silver trunks. And a striking exchange. Knockout victory! Down goes the action man! Ray Cooper III wakes up the 9th Island in Las Vegas, Nevada with a huge knockout victory! And he was out before he hit the canvas. Here it is again, Randy.
Gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 11 seconds into round number 2. Your winner by knockout and advancing to the